Welcome back to Danganronpa V3, Dangan Salmon team. We're up to day 10, with just one event before the inevitable end of whatever's happening here. We haven't finished everyone's free time events yet, meaning we're not going to be able to succeed. But we do have one event, and we do have the opportunity to do another cycle to finish off everybody else's free time events. So, let's do it. Are you inviting me? Let's spend some time with Kirumi today. Do you have a specific request? This means you will treat me as a different person.
I am a maid after
But I find it more comforting if you continue to treat me as a maid. Well, do you have a request? I spent some time thinking about my request. Kirumi and I grew a little closer. Should have plenty of presents that will work for Kirumi. Things like... Here we go, this should work. The sparkly sheet. For cleaning things, right? That should work.
Hmm?
I never told you I needed this. Is it truly alright for me to have this?
Thank you.
Thank you, this will help me immensely. If I use this, this can help everyone as well.
How can I help you?
Shuichi, how can I help you?
Huh?
Help me?
I will grant your wish.
Give me any command, I will do anything for you. I really don't have anything to ask of you at the moment.
How?
Why did you talk to me then?
That's...
Well, I was thinking we could spend some time together. Is that alright?
I do not agree.
No, not at all. If that is what you wish for, then I will wait by your side forever. So please do not hesitate and request anything. It's not that I want you to wait on me, I just wanted to be with you a while. That is a rather vague request. What do you wish for me to do?
No.
I already told you I don't wish for you to do anything.
How?
Why did you call for me then?
Then...
Alright, how about this? Let's talk about something.
Understood.
Would you like me to serve you by keeping you company?
Huh?
Serve?
Do you agree?
Is that not what you wish for? No, that isn't quite it. What should I say? Kirumi is a maid. Perhaps that's why she's so insistent about this. But at this rate, I'm gonna suffocate. Kirumi is being too serious.
Hey!
Hey Kirumi, didn't you chat with your classmates during lunch breaks or after school?
Yes.
I had, somewhat. Why do you ask?
Remember...
Well, because I want to spend time with you in that way. For example, perhaps we could drink some tea in the dining hall?
That is fine.
That sounds nice. Yes, that is fine. Then let us go to the dining hall. Good, she seems to understand.
What do you think?
Shuichi, what would you like to drink? Tea or coffee?
That's true.
Tea, I suppose.
Understood.
Good choice. Understood. I will go and prepare it. Please wait. Wait, Kirumi? Ah, too late. She's already in the kitchen. I didn't mean to make her prepare tea all by herself.
My apologies.
My apologies for making you wait. It is done. Kirumi returned pushing a cart. On that cart was... Whoa, what is all this?
Yes.
It is your afternoon tea. Well, I can see that, but I've never seen something so extravagant. There were delectable sandwiches, cakes, and scones lined up on the cart. The tea smelled so wonderful it put all the other tea I'd ever had to shame. She prepared all that in just minutes. Is this the power of the ultimate maid?
Please, go ahead.
Shuichi, please sit here.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I sat down, but noticed Kirumi standing still with perfect posture, as always. Kirumi, aren't you going to sit? But if I sit as well, then I cannot serve you.
No.
I don't want you to serve me. Come and sit with me.
Please.
I
go
prepared
ahead.
this just for you, so please.
But...
But,
May I?
Shuichi, you commanded me to prepare you tea,
I will do
and I intend to complete any requests given. Please enjoy this tea. Okay. Whew. That was difficult. Kirumi waited on me hand and foot, and I returned to my room. The tea, the sandwiches, the scones, the cakes, they were all excellent. Just want to be friends with her. Thus, the 10 days that Monokuma gave us passed. I definitely did not collect all those Monokumas, those hidden ones. Well, 10 days have passed and it looks like Shuichi wasn't able to seal the deal with anyone. What happens now? I don't know. Celebs who've fallen from the public eye, artists whose projects get cancelled. They knew the risks of pursuing their dreams and failed anyway. So they should take responsibility for that failure, right? You're on your own because you failed on your own, so I don't know what's gonna happen to you. But it's not my fault, I didn't choose to come here. Blech, your semantic argument makes me want to hurl. You should have spent more time working on your love game instead. At any rate, I don't know what's gonna happen to you from this point. Try to escape or give up and kill yourself, do whatever you want. Well then, see you later. He said this in his usual sneering cadence and then disappeared from view. This academy is now under Monokuma's control, but that's why I can't escape the despair. I know I cannot possibly escape by myself. If Monokuma is gone, then... My consciousness faded quickly. This is how my days at the academy ended. No, it won't end. It won't end until I die. The ending that will never end, I await it with open arms. Well, that got dark real quick. And we're back to day 1 for a new cycle. I intend on finishing everybody's free time events, so we need to go around again and do exactly that before we can actually complete Dangan Salmon team, which is the lower priority of the two. So let's continue to talk to Kirumi.
I am a maid after all.
If so, then I will follow you wherever you wish to go. Let's spend some time with Kirumi. Maybe she'll actually open up and be more of a friend and not just a maid. It might be close to impossible for us to leave this academy, but I should not say such things all the time. Let us think of a way to escape this academy. Kirumi and I spent some time planning an escape. I think she'll like this air freshener.
That is troubling.
Even though I am here to serve you, I cannot believe I received such a great gift. The only way I can return the favor is to serve as your maid. Is that alright with you? Kirumi, what's up? Kirumi, is something wrong? I heard you sighing.
My apologies.
It was rude to sigh in front of you.
No.
No, I don't mind. Don't worry about it.
Thank you.
That does make me feel better. To be honest, I am worried about something.
Huh?
What about?
That is...
Since a part of my memory is lost, I cannot remember it clearly. Perhaps it is because I am trapped here. I have abandoned my master. From an employer's perspective, it would seem like I disappeared without a trace.
You're right.
I suppose that is worrisome.
Yes.
To be unable to complete a request. Kirumi probably thinks that's unforgivable. I'm sure that some people depend on Kirumi to work.
Then...
I'm sure that your employer is very worried not seeing you at work.
That is correct.
That is true.
Um...
Hey, Kirumi. If it's alright with you, could you tell me a little bit about your employer? I'm interested in hearing what kind of work the Ultimate Maid has done in the past.
It seems as if...
Since it is confidential, I cannot tell you much, but according to my memories, the last person I served was an author of light novels. I see, an author. How quaint. A maid that waits on an author.
Either way.
He had so many ideas, but he was in turmoil because he could not write them all. So I offered advice on writing quickly. After listening to me, he was able to publish a novel per month. He was quite grateful. 1 per month? How was he able to do that?
That is...
Before him, I served a politician from a foreign country. I served as his maid, but I also acted as his mentor for Mahjong.
Huh?
A politician needed a mentor for Mahjong? Is it Mahjong or Mahjong? I don't know, actually.
Yes.
The country had a peculiar system. They decided everything with Mahjong. The person I served went against all his rivals and became the Prime Minister. So Kirumi can play Mahjong too. That's amazing, Kirumi. You're always with successful people.
I am a maid
I complete requests as a maid would do, which is why, if I serve you, then you will be able to walk the same path of success. Me?
Excuse me.
Shuichi, I see potential in you. Similar to the people I've served in the past. Perhaps you are a diamond in the rough. If I support you, then maybe you can become more successful. You think so?
Really?
I can't even imagine.
No.
You have just not realized it yet. I am not mistaken in what I see. Maybe, but remember, I was only picked to be an ultimate by coincidence.
May I?
Shuichi, humility is a virtue as well. But you are self-deprecating. You should believe in yourself more. Kirumi. Oh, she's so nice. I really like Kirumi. That was a real change in pace from the first free time event. Kirumi spent some time with me, trying to get me to see my potential. Okay, time for number 3.
Thank you. What do you think?
Shuichi, have you given some thought to what we discussed before?
Huh?
What we discussed before?
That is...
Regarding your hidden potential. Ah, of course. I assume you have not thought about it, judging by your reaction. So you can tell, huh?
I am a maid.
Maids require the ability to sense their master's thoughts. A maid's abilities, huh?
Hey.
It seems like you're prepared for anything, Kirumi, but is that expected of you?
That is correct.
If I wish to fulfill all of my master's needs, then of course. Not only their needs, but there are times where I must fight for my master's safety.
Huh?
Fight? What do you mean?
That is...
It is exactly how I said it. Although it has not happened too often. Not too often? What happened?
That is...
I served an owner of a conglomerate before. His daughter was kidnapped by criminals. Using his daughter, the criminal organization asked for a ransom equaling the state budget. The owner would have paid it, however giving so much money to criminals had to be avoided. Fortunately, we knew where the criminal's main base was located. I had the owner prepare my weapons so that I may retrieve his daughter.
Huh?
You mean by yourself?
Yes.
Yes. The situation called for immediate action. Of course, if I had attacked them by myself, I would not have survived. The daughter's safety was my top priority.
What do you think?
Shuichi, if you were in this situation, which kind of order would you execute?
That's true.
Well, you were familiar with the location, so you should know the layout. You could use that to your advantage, splitting the enemy and engaging them.
That is correct.
Well done, Shuichi. Yes, I separated the enemy forces and neutralized them one by one. I'm honestly amazed. Sure, I can think of it, but I can never actually do it.
Yes.
I secured his daughter and reached the organization's boss.
Okay.
So, case closed then?
I do not agree.
No, that was not enough. If I had left them as is, they would have attempted to try again. So that is why... Did she kill them all?
That is...
I persuaded the criminal leader to start a business.
Huh?
A business?
It seems as if...
I did not see as much potential in him as I see in you, but he did have some. I told him that if I served as his maid, I would definitely make him successful. He understood the situation quickly and considered my proposal. I don't know if considered is the right word. He would never have turned down a maid that could take out a whole group.
Yes, of course.
We are currently maintaining a butler service industry. Ah, butlers, I see. I'm sure they'll do just fine if they're being taught by Kirumi. Kirumi is a super maid with incredible service. I really like Kirumi. She's more straightforward than a lot of the other characters so far, which of course has the potential to change in the next 2 events. But I really like her. She's just nice. She's genuinely nice and not over the top. And now I've said that, of course it's going to go completely crazy. Kirumi and I parted ways and I returned to my room. Oh, hey, Angie. Aloha. Wait, she said Alola. I was totally expecting that to be Aloha, but it's Alola. I see that you're a girl of culture too. How are you? I was visited by a tour, so I've come to invite you on a date. I'm sorry, Angie, but no.
Atua has spoken.
If you turn down Angie, you have no one but yourself to blame. Sorry, Angie, but we have priorities. I'm afraid I can't be spending time with someone whose free time events I've already completed.
Is this a request?
But it is much too early for a meal, correct? Let's spend some time
I
together.
will do my best.
If you feel even a slight peckish, I will prepare a suitable meal. But I will adjust the portions so that you may be able to eat for dinner. I ate the snack that Kirumi prepared.
I will do my best.
Will there be duties where I must use this? Then I will accept it by all means.
I will grant your wish.
Am I mistaken? In that case, I will use this to aid you. Shall we begin then?
Excuse me.
Shuichi, I think you are misunderstanding something.
Huh?
Misunderstanding?
That is troubling.
Do you think that I am the perfect maid?
That's...
From what you've told me, you're absolutely flawless. And with your support, anyone can be incredibly successful. While I do appreciate that, I do not prefer being called a perfect maid machine. I don't think I ever said that.
May I?
Besides, it is close to impossible to help those without the potential to succeed.
Well...
Well, that may be, but there have been times when I was unable to support those even with potential.
Huh?
That is...
There was such a time where I had just started my career as a maid. A businessman hired me, and he was brimming with ambition and talent. I knew he would become famous, so I did everything I could. I took care of his daily needs and gave him advice. I even worked as his secretary at times. When my master was busy, I would take his place giving orders to his employees. That is how the company steadily grew. My master was called the hero of our era.
That is troubling.
But eventually, my master became unable to do anything by himself. What do you mean?
That is...
I provided for him far too much. I thought that helping my master with any responsibility would benefit him. But he cried to me, saying he was unable to make any more decisions. That's not your fault, Kirumi. They were just too reliant on you.
I do not agree.
No, it was my fault. I thought only about my own actions and neglected my master's feelings. Wow, it was a good experience. You learned something from it. It may not be a fond memory, but it was a good experience for you.
Yes.
Perhaps. I was able to reevaluate myself as a maid. My principle of selfless devotion stems from this experience.
I will do my
I will not make the same mistakes again. But there is still a weakness I cannot overcome. It is my most fearful enemy. Your most fearful enemy? What's that?
Cognac.
What?
Huh?
Huh?
Cognac.
I cannot cut cognac.
Huh?
What? I don't even know what that is.
Excuse me.
I assume you have not noticed. I never use cognac in my cooking. Now that you mention it, I suppose that's true.
In order to complete a request...
I have been avoiding it to elude suspicion, but I am prepared to dice and use it. Okay. That was a bit of a curveball. I don't actually know what that is. Is it like a vegetable or something? I spent some time trying to teach Kirumi how to cut cognac.
Is this a
Do you have a request? I see, so this is not really a request.
I shall take that
If that is the case, then I will see it as a request to spend time with you. I will entertain you to my fullest, so do not worry. I didn't get bored once in my time with Kirumi.
That is troubling.
How troublesome. Kirumi, is something wrong? You're about to hear me complain. I would fail you as a maid.
No.
No, that's not true. If that's what's bothering you, asking for help and solving problems faster will help your master too, won't it?
That is correct.
That is true. But I do not have a master to serve at the moment. I am but a stray maid.
Huh?
A stray maid?
May I?
I used the phrase stray maid to help you understand. It is similar to a stray cat or dog. First of all, I don't think those things belong in the same category.
What should we do?
What should I do? Is being a stray maid that much of a problem?
Yes.
Yes, it is incredibly dishonorable. Kirumi is even more serious than when she told me about her most fearful enemy.
I am a maid after all.
Either my last master disposed of me, or no person needs my assistance. That is the same as having no existence. Really? That bad?
Hey.
Kirumi, I have a proposal for you. Even if it's just for a little while, why don't I become your master? If it's alright with you, of course.
That is...
If it is you, then I do not have any complaints, but you will have to pay me. After you sign the contract, I will serve as your maid. Right.
That is correct.
About my salary. The standard is $10,000 per day. What?
May I?
Sometimes I will charge you additional fees. I don't think it's too expensive. She's like the best at her job in the world. She can charge what she wants. You're definitely worth it, Kirumi.
Okay.
You're definitely worth it. It's honestly really expensive, though.
Yes.
Of course, the salary matches the quality of my service. Such confidence.
I am a maid after all.
If I say my service is valuable, then perhaps it will encourage you to hire me. But it is also my duty to provide you a service that will be worth your payment.
Alright.
Alright, I'll pay you.
Hmm?
Are you sure? Shuichi, where have you got $10,000 a day coming from?
Because.
If I think about it as an investment in my future, it's not so expensive. That's a pretty solid argument, to be fair. And most importantly, you get to keep your honor. Kirumi, is something wrong? She's laughing? Kirumi's laughing?
Excuse me.
I was joking.
Huh?
Joking?
Do you agree?
$10,000 a day is definitely too steep of a price. Also, I was kidding about the stray maid thing. I didn't know you could tell jokes, Kirumi.
Yes.
Yes, such humor is needed from a maid to calm their master. For me, I would tell jokes to my master. To her master.
May I?
Shuichi, I have told you this before, but I feel something within you. I want to serve you regardless of the money.
As your personal maid, allow me to support your future. Once we escape, will you give serious consideration to employing my services?
Okay.
Kirumi. That wasn't a joke this time. Kirumi's dead serious. Honestly, I feel like Kirumi would be totally wasted on me, but I want to see the same potential that Kirumi sees in me.
You're right.
Yeah, I'll consider it, Kirumi.
Thank you.
You have my gratitude. I hope it will be a wise choice. Oh my god, I really like her. Wow. I think these might have been the best free time events so far. They didn't do anything ridiculous. And because Kirumi had her story arc during the main game, I'm glad that they decided to really focus on her relationship with Shuichi in these events, instead of throwing in random things about her past or just squeezing jokes in everywhere in the free time events. Some of them haven't been really very good, but these ones were really, really good, and I really like Miyu's as well. You've learned a new skill, bed making. Kirumi and I discussed my future, and then I returned to my room. Man, that was a really joyous experience. I'm like smiling ear to ear after those events. Kirumi, I really like her a lot more now than I did previously, and I didn't really dislike her before. I thought her story arc was pretty interesting. I think she served a really interesting purpose in the story of the game, and her relationship to a lot of the other characters is very interesting. But those events were really, really enjoyable for me. So, that's going to do it for now. In the next part, we're going to continue on. We've still got a couple more to do. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.